It's day 2 of the council sitting in the Joburg Metro, and today the mayor, Dr. Mpho Phalatse, facing another motion of no confidence. Yesterday, the EFF voted to reject a proposal by Phalatse for a short-term loan of 2 billion rand. Minority parties and the ANC want her gone, but they'll need the support of the Red Berets. eNCA reporter Moloko Moloto is keeping a close eye on the proceedings. He's joining us now live from the council chambers in Johannesburg. Good afternoon, Moloko. Interesting times indeed. I wonder what horse trading the parties have been doing. What's going to be happening?
Good afternoon, Braden. Indeed, very interesting times. And I can tell you there is a new development as we speak. All indications are that Dr. Mpho Phalatse would not be the executive mayor of Johannesburg by the end of today. And this is because while there was a bit of a disagreement between the ANC as well as the minority parties represented in the Council of Johannesburg, initially the ANC had insisted on forwarding their own candidate, whereas the minority parties also had their own candidate. They seem to be agreeing now that there is only going to be one candidate. But let us hear from the horse's mouth. Mr. Thapelo Ahmad is a councillor from Al Jama. Said at some point you were touted as the next mayor of Johannesburg, but it seems that is no longer going to happen. Tell us why.
Look, it emanated from when we didn't get each other or find each other from the two bigger parties in the bloc. So that was it was a token of saying, let us arrest the situation so that we can put the best interest of the residents of Johannesburg ahead of us or ahead of our personal interest. So we said as the bloc, we never had differences with the mayor from the ANC. We are supporting the mayor from the ANC, which is Councillor Dada Morero. We've always supported Councillor Dada Morero. So when the differences of the ANC and the EFF emanated, we said, you can see that the city is deteriorating and we can't leave the city in the hands of this current sitting government. Let us find an alternative. We sat down, the resolution was taken, and the name that was brought forth was Thapelo Ahmad as an alternative.
Yeah, and the differences between the EFF and the ANC you are referring to here relates to the fact that the EFF had said to the ANC, give us Ekurhuleni and we will support you in Johannesburg. That did not happen. Of course, we have seen Mzwandile Masina, who was the chairperson of the ANC in that region. He resigned as a councillor, and some people are now saying that actually paves a way for an EFF mayor in Ekurhuleni. But that can only happen after 6 months from now. Now, you are now going back into council as councillors. You, as the minority parties and the ANC alone, you don't have enough numbers for you to be able to remove Mpho Phalatse and to install the ANC mayor. Is the EFF agreeing with you now that they will vote out Mpho Phalatse?
The EFF has never differed with us on principle. This is why, if you look at other items that were brought into council, they voted with us on principle. But however, it was on condition that Ekurhuleni it is sorted, right? So there are other current developments in Ekurhuleni as we speak, in a sense that the former mayor who was a bearing to the processes in the city of Johannesburg, he's currently resigned, which opens up more further engagements between the parties that are involved. We are still confident that should the motion, or rather we're still going to table the motion, and should it be on the table, we are going to emerge victorious.
Yeah, and we have seen you voting against Dr. Mpho Phalatse's attempt to get a 2 billion rand loan yesterday. Just lastly, what is going to be the arrangement if we have the executive mayor of the ANC in Johannesburg? What would be your role in that government as minority parties?
We will actively participate because it's a hang municipality, and we will co-govern with the leadership. If it happens to be the ANC or if it happens to be from amongst the minority, we are one. We are all in the opposition as we speak, and governing in the opposition because decisions are taken from our end. So we remain one. We remain united. We remain consolidated. We are going to co-govern.
Do you have any idea when the motion would be tabled?
There's an in-committee item I believe that immediately after that in committee, the motions will be brought onto the table, because there's various motions. Amongst the motions, it's the motion to remove Dr. Phalatse.
Mr. Thapelo Ahmad, that's all we have time for. Thanks for yours. He is from Al Jamar. Braden, if you consider the fact that the ANC, the EFF, and the minority parties yesterday voted against that report by Mpho Phalatse for her to secure 2 billion rand, which will keep the municipality afloat, indications are that if the motion is brought onto the table, which is going to be the case, chances are that Mpho Phalatse is really teetering on the brink of collapse.